morning, Monday to all of you. I hope that you had an awesome 4th of July weekend. I know I got to learn a lot of lessons this weekend and have been pretty much flat on my back, nursing some horrendous sciatica. And so I have, it's interesting how God sends us lessons. And I love Dr. Cordero's stance for Christ, in that he posts lots of stuff that, penetrates our hearts, and that always comes back to scripture. So Dr. Cordero, thank you. I appreciate that you are willing to do that.
Well, Dr. Barbara, first of all, I hope you're feeling better. And I hope that the brain is sending those signals that it needs to send to that area so your body can function at a higher capacity. But thank you so much. It's always a pleasure, to be able to share not only with you, but with the people that follow you. And so I'm honored and blessed to be part of this program this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I had planned to do a Facebook Live with you anyway, and then one of your posts came through about gratitude. And that is the whole basis of the Divas and Goddesses of Chiropractic Give Back on Sherman's campus, July the 13th. So I'm super excited to head this up and to be given the opportunity to show Sherman how much we all love and appreciate each one of you on the faculty, on the staff, the students who have graduated and now are called alumni, as well as those who will be coming to Sherman's campus at some point in time. So let's jump in there. Why is gratitude so important, and what impact does a grateful heart have?
Well, Dr. Barbara, I think it depends on different people. And I'm sorry, I just knocked myself over. I think it depends on different people and different situations. And I think that one of the things that people don't realize is the following. For you to be grateful, you have to go through some challenges in your life. I think that if you don't go through certain challenges, I think that there's no way that you can be grateful. And from a Christian perspective, I don't deserve what I get on a day-to-day basis. I get it because God is good enough to allow me to have that, because I trust in him. I believe what he says to be true. And therefore, I'm grateful, because when I get blessed or when I get favor from God in my life, I know it's not me. I know it's not me. And so I think that one of the things that people don't realize is either you don't have a relationship with God, or you're trying to control things on your own and try to do things on your own. And I learned a big lesson. God will allow you to become successful. God will allow you to become a multimillionaire. God will allow you to have the cars and the trips and the homes and all these different things. But if it's your doing, there's going to be some consequences to that. If it's God's doing, then the blessing comes in and you're grateful because you know it wasn't you. You know that you're being blessed. You know that things are working the way that they're supposed to, and it's God giving you that opportunity. So therefore, you become grateful. I have become so grateful in my life because I know that without God, my life won't function the way that it needs to function. I know that I wouldn't have the things that I have. I know that I wouldn't have the experiences that I have. So I'm grateful because I see on a day-to-day basis that it has nothing to do with me. I'm the vehicle that God uses, but it has nothing to do with me. And the day that it has to do something with me, it doesn't work. And so I have to understand that. And I think it's a challenge for a lot of people. I'm not saying, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm not saying you have to do what I do. I just figure out what works for me, and that's what I do. And therefore, I'm grateful for the good stuff. I'm grateful for the not good, so good stuff. I'm grateful for the lessons. And so when I go through some adversity, I learn from that adversity, and I go, you know what? I didn't trust that God told me to do these things. I didn't do those things. Therefore, next time, I'm going to be more diligent and following God's leading. And so for me, that's what's happened to me. And I am so grateful because I see every single day the blessings, and I see the lessons, and I see then those steps that I take to continue to have those blessings. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunity.
Amen. I love that attitude. We've been studying Acts at church, and we did Acts 6 yesterday. And, the new Christians, when they were persecuted, were just like rejoicing that God counted them worthy to suffer in his name. And so we've been like reading, my husband and I have been reading ahead in preparation because we know each week what passages we're covering. And we both just stopped and looked like, wow, such faith and such devotion that in the hardest times of our lives, that these individuals would say, thank you for counting me worthy of that beating. Thank you for counting me worthy that like it's the whole, and one thing I wrote in my Bible here at that point was silent Christianity. Like, no. If you're a Christian, God requires you to speak that truth, right? And to be counted, right? If you deny me before man, I will deny you before the Father. Jesus says that quite clearly throughout the New Testament. So I encourage you, if you name the name of Christ, speak up. It's the reason that we're here. It's the reason that we endure hardships and the good times, right? Like it's our attitude in the good and in the bad many times. And one of the things I'm going to talk about this weekend is money doesn't change people. Money does not change people. It only reveals who you are. So if you're greedy with $1, you will be greedy with $1 million. If you are generous with $1, you will be generous with $1 million. So money doesn't change us, right? That's a fallacy. And I do believe that we have a duty, a responsibility, and an obligation to take all of the talents that we have and use them to bring glory to God and to minister to individuals on this planet. And what an awesome gift to be chiropractors and to be able to minister to them through our heart and our hands, and in a way that touches their lives by changing their expression, by changing their innate potential. So Dr. Cordero, thank you so much for all that you do. And I know it would be easier to sit right there in your comfortable office and to go home and see your beautiful wife every single night. But instead you've said, nope, I got to get out into all of the world and bring this message of chiropractic and Sherman College to them. So let's talk about, how does an attitude of gratitude then carry you miles and miles and miles? And for those of you who haven't traveled for work, and like maybe you travel for vacations, that's totally different, in my opinion, than traveling for work. Like, it's anything but glamorous to be in airports on a regular basis, to sit on an airplane and to log in thousands and thousands and thousands of miles. So what compels you to do that? Because I don't see a lot of other leaders out doing the mileage that you do. So what compels you to do that? And what's in your heart that pushes you forward?
Well, with knowledge comes responsibility, and I'm aware that God has given me everything that I have, and therefore I have this responsibility to serve God by serving the people and by serving our profession. And so I have this belief system that if I have this responsibility and I don't take action, then I'm not doing what is required of me. And so, like you said, in a position that I'm in, the president of a college, it's very easy to send other people to do the work that needs to be done. I have enough to do here. I don't have to go anyplace else. I have enough to do here to run the college. But I understand the responsibility. I understand that I have to take action. I understand not that if I don't do it, it doesn't get done, but I know that that's the yearning in my heart that God has put in my heart for me to share this message. And I want people to know that it's coming from the top. I don't want to send my second in command, my third in command, my fourth in command. I want them to hear from me. And so when they see the example, the action that I'm taking to go around the world, Barbara, in the past 6 years, I've traveled to 5 out of the 7 continents, bringing the message of chiropractic, of principal chiropractic, and bringing the message of Sherman College. But so Sherman College allows me a platform. But in all reality, I'm serving somebody bigger than Sherman College. I'm serving somebody bigger than Edwin Cordero. And therefore, I have this responsibility. I have this burning desire within me that I have to travel and visit and share so people can see transparency. One of the things that we don't see a lot today is in our leadership is transparency and authenticity. And so when you talk to somebody and you see that they've lived the experience, that they've gone through the battles, that they've gone through the ups and downs, and that they come out on the other side much better, you have more faith in that leader because they understand maybe through the challenges that you're going through, at this moment. And so I am so grateful for what God has done in my life that I have to take the responsibility and take the action steps to say, I can't be in my office. I have to go out. I have to go meet people. I got to go share the message and allow them to see that I am an example of what can be done, because there's such a yearning desire to go out there and make a difference in this world with the gift of chiropractic. And so you said something that really tickled me. I'm in a hotel one night. I'm in a different hotel the next night. I'm in a different hotel the third night. When I wake up, the first hotel, the bathroom is on the right side. The second hotel, the bathroom is on the left side. The third hotel, the bathroom's in this. Sometimes I wake up and run into the wall because I don't know where I'm at. The flights, you miss the flights, the delays. People see the highlight reels of what we do in leadership, in chiropractic, but the day-to-day struggle, they don't see. But guess what? The day-to-day struggle you and everybody that's listening to is going through right now. You don't think that people understand. Trust me, you understand, Dr. Barbara. I understand. Other people in our leadership, we understand how the struggles of being in the trenches of chiropractic, in dealing with people, and dealing with finances, and dealing with all these different things. We do understand. But guess what? You got to take action steps. You got to get out of your comfort zone. And what you do is you become this hollow vessel. And by becoming this hollow vessel, when it becomes successful, you can always say, Dr. Barbara, it wasn't me. It's God working through me because I became this hollow vessel. And therefore, all greatness that happens because of the leadership that we're entrusted with, it's not me. It's something bigger than me. And in this case, for me, it's God. And I give God the glory for that.
Amen to that. Absolutely. And to each one of you that's watching, I just want to give a shout out. Thank you, Timothy Tagg, for joining us, and Allison Thompson, and Lan Sosa. We really, really appreciate you being with us this morning. So thanks a bunch. And if we can ask you to just take 2 seconds and share this to your page so that women, whether you're a DC to be, a chiropractor, a spouse, a woman who's attached to chiropractic in some way, join us. Like, this is a really awesome opportunity. And, I think one of the things, at least wise in my life, that really also helps me get through the hardships is my community, like my tribe, and the people that I trust and the people that I go to. And so for those of you who maybe are struggling today, or for those of you who you're like, you don't understand Dr. Barb, you don't understand Dr. Cordero, like, it's tough around here. Like my rent's late, I'm having marital problems. I've got these challenges with my children. Like, we get it. And not that we, not to minimize what you're going through, but we get it. And please allow others to come into your life and be there for you and stand there with you. And like, go with you in prayer. I'm 100% confident that if you reached out to Dr. Cordero today, or you reached out to me today, we would be more than happy to get on the phone with you and pray with you. Like, that is the most powerful thing that we have. And I knew I do it in my coaching business. I did it in practice too. Like, there were so many times that someone would come in and I'd be like, honestly, I don't know what to do other than pray right now for you. Like, I don't have the answers right at this minute, but I know somebody who does, your creator. So let's just go to him. So at any rate, I just want to encourage each one of you, like Dr. Cordero said, to embrace those tough times and know that you're not alone. And if you reach out, we will always reach back. Community does make a huge difference. And your practice members, they love you. Reach out to them. They really and truly, I promise you, they love you. I remember when I got some really bad news from my now ex-husband, and I'm like, dude, I can't talk about this now. I have practice members to take care of. And so I started adjusting, and one of my practice members was a pastor, and he came and he's like, are you okay? I'm like, actually, I'm not. Like, I'm not okay at all. And I didn't share all of it with him, but we just like prayed together. So I encourage those of you who are struggling, like, you don't have to do it alone. Like, we're here for you. And a great way to have your heart bathed in love would be this Saturday, July the 13th. At Sherman College of Chiropractic, the Divas and Goddesses of Chiropractic. It's women coming together. One of our speakers is doing a cancer journey. And Man, that's tough. It's really, really tough to have your body almost feel like it's fighting against you. And she'll be sharing with us. And Dr. Chelsea Rainey, who is a Shermie and practices in Greenville. She is one of our speakers as well, and will share her journeys of things that she's been through. So I encourage all of you, I posted, and I'll put the link below again, grab a ticket and join us. If you're able to buy a couple extra tickets for students, please let me know. There are lots of students who want to come. And even though it's $25 a ticket, there's some that just can't squeeze that right now. So please be willing to step up and donate 1 ticket or maybe 4 tickets so that more of us can come together. Hey, Roberto, we love Roberto Monaco. So thank you for joining us. So Dr. Cordero, as we close this out, what last minute comments do you have for someone who's watching today who, let's talk to those who are already practicing gratitude. Mm-hmm. That's part of their daily habit, is to wake up in the morning. Hey, Jay, good to see you. And Sarah, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And they're already practicing gratitude, and they're, like, regardless of the hard times, that they are giving praise and honor to the Lord and being grateful to those in their lives. Let's also speak to those individuals and encourage them. So please give them a great job today.
Well, you know what, Dr. Barbara, I'm going to do something even better. I think if we prepare ourselves ahead of time, in other words, we know that some people are in the midst of a storm, and we know that some people are in the process of leaving a storm, and some people are in the path of getting ready. The storm is coming. So no matter where you are in this journey, if you are in the midst of the storm, you have to realize that things are going to get better. You just got to stay persistent. You got to make sure that you search the wisdom of the people that have gone through that storm before. If you're getting out of the storm, share the experience with others. Uplift people that maybe have never been through the storm or in the middle of the storm, and you can uplift them and say, listen, it was hard. It was horrible. It really changed my life, but I came on the other side and I'm okay with it. And I'm going to encourage you that you're going to be okay. And for those that think that their life is perfect, guess what? The storm is coming. And so if you prepare for those 3 things, I think that you're going to be a more effective communicator. I think that you're going to be wiser. I think you're going to be able to share that knowledge with much more people. I think you become credible. When somebody has gone through something like Dr. Pat, who's going to share with us about her cancer experience, Chelniak. When you go through that and you come at the other side better, man, it's just a powerful message. And so I want to encourage those people that are going through challenges, seek out, be diligent. If you're a believer, get yourself into the Word, get yourself some wisdom and some support. If you're not a believer, get together with the tribe that's going to support you through this process. But I want to encourage you with this. It really is important for you to understand that you become a big target when you're doing the right things to serve God. The enemy doesn't want you to become successful. Right now, we were just talking about, prior to this, we were having some challenges, especially me on this end, to connect. And I called you up on the phone and I said, Dr. Barbara, the devil's he's not going to be able to interrupt this. We're going to bring our message today. We're going to share it. And people's lives are going to be different because we're sharing this message of encouragement. We're here to make a difference in this world. And guess what? We don't have a lot of time because our life is not guaranteed. Tomorrow, the next day is not guaranteed. And so therefore, you got to do what you got to do today. Do it to the best of your ability and understand that there's people out there that want to take advantage of you. There's people out there that want to steal your money. There's people out there that are going to lie to you. But there's also a lot of people that really want to see you succeed. They want to see you become a better version of you. They want you to realize that you have the power and the potential to do the right things, and that you need to be grateful that there's people that are there to pour into you. If people didn't pour into me, if people didn't pour pour into you. If people didn't pray for me, I have people praying for me on a daily basis. And you know how comforting it is for me to know that when I run into challenges, that I have people that are praying for me, uplifting me so we can get through these challenges. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful to share with you and the people that are listening to us. I'm grateful to be the president of Sherman College of Chiropractic. I'm grateful to have an amazing wife that loves me, that supports me, that's there for me. I'm grateful for my children, for my grandbabies. I'm grateful for my colleagues. I mean, I'm living the life of my dreams. It hasn't been easy though, Barbara. People think it's easy. It hasn't, but you have to have this attitude of being grateful consistently. And next thing you know, you handle more and you handle more. And next thing you know, you're making a difference in your community. You're making a difference in the profession. You're leaving a legacy behind. And people are going to be proud to say, you know what? I love Dr. Barbara Eaton. I love what she's doing. I love what she's doing to make a difference in this profession. And so I'm just grateful for all these. I can't wait to see everybody this weekend here at Sherman College. If you've never been to Sherman College, it's going to blow your socks away. I mean, the campus is absolutely gorgeous. The energy here is palpable. We want to open our doors to the community, and we want you guys to be able to come and share. Dr. Barbara, to you, thank you for what you do in this profession, for what you do in the lives of people that work with you, and what you do to help Sherman College. You've always, since day one, it says, how can I help Dr. Cordero? And you've allowed us the platforms for us to be able to share our message. And therefore, we want to return the favor by allowing you to come on campus and just having you have this wonderful experience with our people. So I want to encourage every single person, if you've not made an appointment, or if you've not made a reservation, do it. Barbara, I'm going to do something. Contact Roberta. I'm going to buy 4 tickets for students.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to donate 4 tickets from Debbie and I. And so therefore, there's 4 more students that can come and take advantage of this opportunity, Dr. Barbara.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. And see, there you go. Like when you're grateful and you want to pour into other people's lives, it just has such a huge domino, like a gigantic domino effect. And like Dr. Cordero was saying, like, I believe the same thing, and not to be like a doomsday, but we're either getting ready to go into a storm, or we're in a storm, or we're coming out of a storm. And sharing with others, that also gives us certain bonds with one another. And so I also want to just say, hey, Billy Stickler, good to see you. Chiro Candy, thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate that. That, when and not sharing because you want pity, but sharing with others because you can say to them, like, I get it. Like, I get what you're going through, and not to minimize your pain, but like, what is one step that we can take? And Chelsea wrote, something about, showing up despite the fact that I have sciatica. And it's like a lot of you that every day when we get up to serve, like, obviously remember yourself, but remember too, you have a lot more strength than you think you do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You have a lot more courage than you think that you do. And I'm so grateful for parents who taught me, like, if you're feeling bad for yourself, serve somebody else.
Yes.
Because it suddenly changes the focus from just yourself to other people. And I truly believe that a lot of individuals are walking around living small lives because they're only focused on their own problems. Oh my gosh, if all day today, all I did was think about the things that aren't going right, I'd be depressed. Like, I'd be so sad. Like Dr. Cordero, if he just looked at his defeats instead of his victories, he'd be sad. Lucy Clary, like this lady, I'm so privileged and honored. She's in the boot camp. We do private coaching together. They have a son who is knocking on death's door, and it has radically changed their entire lives. Like, if you see what this lady has to do every day just to manage her son's care, between the meds that he has to take and his feedings and all this stuff, like, your mind would be boggled. And yet she's like, nope, I'm moving practices, and I'm rebranding myself and all of these things that she doesn't have to do. But despite that, quote unquote affliction, she's still driving forward. She's still invested in her children's lives. She's still invested in her community. She's still making a huge impact for chiropractic. And so I just want to encourage each one of you, step out bigger today and watch the blessings that come in your life because of it. Watch how many lives are changed because you're willing to say, like, I may be hurting and I may be broken, but it's only temporary. This is not a permanent sentence against me. This is just an opportunity for me to grow, an opportunity for me to meet a new challenge, and to see God's grace and his mercy in my life. So Dr. Cordero, thank you so much. I'm so excited. Debbie is one of our speakers this weekend as well. So First Lady of Sherman College, Debbie Cordero, will be on the stage sharing with all of you. Randy Cohen, who I just have to do a shout out. Randy, messages me every day. How can I help? What more can I do to pull this off on July the 13th? And Dr. Jillian Kirsch, who is faculty at Sherman College, has been right there every step of the way, helping as well. So thank you. Thank you. Rochelle Knowles donated 4 tickets, and Randy donated 4 tickets. And now Dr. Edwin and Debbie Cordero and Dr. Amanda Affleblatt donated 4 tickets. So students, we just want you to know we love you. We appreciate you. If you are a local chiropractor and you are having a hard time, you want to be there, but the challenge right now is just the ticket price, please reach out to me. I promise you I will make it happen. And for those of you who think that, because I've said all profits are donated back, if you would like to see my ledger at the end of this with the expenses and the donation, please reach out and ask me. I will share it with you. I have no problem. I'm 100% transparent. And I know Sherman College is as well. So thank you, Dr. Edwin. I know that you have so much to do today, and I appreciate you joining me this morning.
Dr. Barbara, thank you again once for this opportunity. God bless every single person that's listening to us. Become proactive. Be part of a tribe. Be part of a support system. You matter, and you alone can make a difference in this world. As long as you're transparent, as long as you want to make a difference in this world, as long as you become proactive, God will use you to bless people in your communities. So thank you again, Dr. Barbara, and I'll see you on Saturday.
All right. See you. Thanks, everyone. God bless you. Have a great day. Bye.